The ocean. It's a huge and mostly unexplored place on our planet, and an incredible 95% of all the oceans in the world still remains unseen by humans. This leaves the burning question of what could be lurking in the unexplored areas. Many experts believe that given the vastness of the ocean, it would not be a surprise if some pretty large animals still remain undiscovered. And there's certainly no denying that when talking about the unexplored deep sea, the first thing people tend to think of is the possibility of mythical and terrifying sea creatures. And although this thought is amazing, it's equally terrifying. Now, over the years there have been many mysterious sounds captured by underwater devices that to this day have no real explanation. So have a listen to these and see what you think. Let's start with probably the most popular underwater sound ever recorded, the bloop. Most of you have already probably heard it, but maybe you haven't heard the actual real-time recorded version. It was first heard in 1997 when it was picked up on hydrophones across the Pacific, and whatever it was very, very loud. The underwater microphones that picked it up were around 3,000 miles away and still managed to detect it. Most versions on the internet have been speeded up by 16 times so that the bloop can be heard easier, but the original version I find far more eerie and mysterious. Let's take a listen. Shortly after this recording, the sound was pinpointed by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It was located around 650 miles off the South American coast in a remote corner of the Pacific Ocean. Fans of fictional tales went wild because it's around here that the legendary Cthulhu creature written by H.P. Lovecraft in 1928 was alleged to have lived. Now, although the NOAA now believe the sound was caused by an icequake, there is actually no real evidence to prove that this was the cause. So, what do you think it was caused by? Some say it was a blue whale, but there are no recorded blue whales in history whose sound could be heard from 3,000 miles away. Others strongly believe it was some sort of whale hybrid or other enormous unknown sea creature, but since the sound still has no precise origin, the bloop continues to remain a mystery.
You won't believe that this creature actually exists on our planet. Out of all the creatures made by God, this one stands above them all. Its name is Leviathan, an enormous, armored, and destructive sea monster whose identity and existence is surrounded in mystery. Some say Leviathan is too horrifying to ever exist. It must have been a metaphoric concept, but I believe there is biblical evidence pointing towards the existence of such a beast.
Where is Leviathan according to the Bible? The Bible tells us that Leviathan is alive and at the bottom of the sea. This creature is older than you might think because it survived the Great Flood. We see that when God announced this disaster, only those who lived on land were to be destroyed. In fact, this was when Leviathan had an abundance of food because many people died under the waters. But let's get to the point. The first place where Leviathan could have been is near Argentina and Chile. Some scientists detected the sound of a massive creature in that area and even made a comparison of its size. The scientists, not knowing what it was, called it the bloop. This could be Leviathan. The second place is the Bermuda Triangle, where planes and ships have mysteriously disappeared. What's surprising is that an enormous creature was discovered near this area, and the Bermuda Triangle is not far from it. According to the Bible, Leviathan can move, and it is possible that this creature is in Latin America.
This is so weird. Oh my God. They're so strange. Such a strange animal.
As we all know, over 98% of our planet is covered by the waters of the Earth. And it's no wonder that as we delve deeper into these enigmatic depths, we continue to uncover some truly strange and remarkable discoveries. In a recent podcast, the renowned Joe Rogan revealed that the Navy, in collaboration with leading marine scientists, has stumbled upon a terrifying and mind-boggling discovery in the ocean. What peculiarities have these deep-sea divers found? How has humanity influenced the ecosystem of the ocean? In this video, we'll reveal the story Joe Rogan told us of what the Navy saw while diving in the ocean.
I lived for 2 weeks in the bottom of the sea.
Oh, Jesus.
The scariest thing I saw, and I opened my eyes in my mask in the darkness with my flashlight, and I saw, like right in front of me, this huge eyeball, like about the size, I don't know, of a saucer.
The vast and significant global ocean, an immense saltwater expanse, blankets more than 70% of the Earth's surface. Among these expansive waters, the Great Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and Arctic Oceans are the primary bodies meticulously classified by scientists. Recently, National Geographic officially recognized a fifth ocean, known as the Southern Ocean, on June 8, 2021, encircling the icy continent of Antarctica. In the mysterious depths of these oceans, scientists grapple with the awe-inspiring mystery of how many marine species inhabit these waters. Awe turns to amazement as we learn of the staggering number currently, a recognized 226,000 ocean species. Yet, the wonder doesn't end there. The marine realm, a crucible of life, is undergoing challenges. Pollution, warming seas, and other environmental issues threaten many of these oceanic species, leading to a decline in their numbers. Astonishingly, scientists remain on the brink of discovering even more living wonders, estimating the potential existence of several 100,000 to a few million yet-to-be identified species. What oddities are there in the ocean? Joe Rogan, the wildly humorous comedian, MMA commentator, and the host of one of the world's most phenomenally popular podcasts, has not just expressed his amazement, but has marveled at the mind-boggling unknown potential dwelling in these uncharted oceanic depths, referring to the ocean as colossal and beautiful monster soup. Astonishingly, scientists, the Navy, and even the esteemed NASA appear to share this sense of wonder. Joe Rogan recently interviewed Gareth Reisman, a NASA astronaut and one of the few people to have experienced both space and the bottom of the ocean. Reisman participated in the Nemo 5 mission, along with other team members from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Agency. They lived in a habitat called Aquarius, anchored to the ocean floor, to train for life in space under space-like conditions. This experience has led NASA to explore deeper regions to study even more extreme conditions than those in space. In a groundbreaking collaboration, NASA and the Navy have joined forces with the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute to explore the Huddle Zone trenches. Situated predominantly in the Pacific Ocean's fiery ring of fire, where colossal tectonic plates meet, these trenches carve profound gouges into the seabed. The Mariana Trench, the deepest among them, plunges nearly 7 miles below sea level, bearing the ominous name of Hades, the mythical Greek god of the underworld. In an ambitious undertaking, NASA is constructing a remotely operated vehicle named Orpheus, equipped with navigational technology akin to the Mars Perseverance rover. Its mission is to meticulously map the near-otherworldly seascape of these profound deep-sea trenches, unraveling the potential for life in these extreme depths. This endeavor echoes a past attempt 2014 when scientists from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute sent a vehicle named Nereus 6.2 miles down into the Challenger Deep near New Zealand, only to witness its catastrophic demise due to the overwhelming pressure. The crushing pressure at these staggering depths is of such intensity that it can squeeze the life out of creatures ill-equipped for such an environment. Until 1977, scientists were convinced that life couldn't endure such conditions. Yet, when a team of brave U.S. scientists submerged the vehicle named Alvin into the Pacific Ocean to study hydrothermal vents, they were astounded to discover a thriving ecosystem around the deep-sea volcanoes. Remarkable creatures such as translucent snailfish and minuscule crustaceans were not merely surviving but flourishing. Further investigation revealed these extraordinary organisms possessed special enzymes and piezolites, which supported their cell membranes and prevented them from succumbing to extreme pressures. This groundbreaking discovery sparked a widely embraced theory that life on Earth might have originated around these hydrothermal vents, where creatures eschew sunlight and exist on the chemical concoction emanating from the seafloor.
Job 41. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook, or his tongue with the cord which thou lettest down? Canst thou put an hook into his nose, or bore his jaw through with a thorn? Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Wilt thou play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with fish spears? Lay thine hand upon him. Remember the battle. Do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who hath prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a close seal. One is so near to another that no air can come between them. They are joined one to another. They stick together, that they cannot be sundered. By his sneezings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid. By reason of breakings they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold, the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. The arrow cannot make him flee. Sling stones are turned with him into stubble. Darts are counted as stubble. He laugheth at the shaking of a spear. Sharp stones are under him. He spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot. He maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. He maketh a path to shine after him. One would think the deep to be hoary. Upon earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride.
Yahawashi.